Okay, so what do you know about Leica? Hi, my name is Ashley Gaither, and today we're talking about
Great, Ray.
Leica
That's a wrap.
and how they've become a force to be reckoned with, formerly known as Will Vinton Studios. So, what was Will Vinton's premise? We're going to hear a little bit from Will Vinton and how Leica came to be.
Managed to sell them to non-theatrical distributors and allowed very, very modest income, but enough to keep experimenting, keep trying things. And the purpose and the goal of every single film that we took on as a growing team was the purpose, the vision was to try to take this clay animation thing somewhere new, somewhere we'd never done it before. We picked projects even based on, well, does this idea, does this story and concept and so forth move us in some direction? Use the clay animation in some other way. And so as a result, it was quite a wonderful series of short films.
So, Leica uses a variety of marketing strategies, from behind the scenes videos to showcasing their philanthropy to craft their corporate brand and image, making their image seem on the borderline of gothic and wholesome family friendly. Here is a quote from the Tri City Herald. Traditionally, these movies are kid centric, so you have to assume that's the audience. The Box Trolls is a terrific movie for kids at the start of the movie. However, as the movie drags toward the conclusion, almost 2 hours later, the cardboard collapses. The movie has switched from a fun kid flick to a dull and slow film aimed at a bit older audience.
I thought it was a great idea to do an animated zombie movie for kids.
We really did want to pay tribute to the classic George Romero zombie, the shambling ghoul, the foot-dragging zombie. You know, that sort of thing.
So, what is Leica's reasoning behind putting behind the scenes footage on the internet so that people can check it out? We're going to hear from Anthony, the director of Box Trolls, Graham, and Travis.
By people's hands.
And Graham, what does it mean for you to kind of reveal a little bit of the process? Do you think it helps viewers kind of understand like what they just saw?
Yeah, it's a little bit unexpected now that we've done a few screenings, and I love the fact that I feel like, as you should, you get lost in the story, you get lost in the movie, and you totally and completely forget about the process and the people involved that actually make it. And so to get that little button at the end is a fun way to sort of bring it back and have that realization of like, wow, there were fingertips involved at every step of the way of this thing, and I think it's really fun for the audience to get that.
I know, Anthony, I think one of the things that's interesting about having those tags at the end is the fact that it reminds us what it is that we're watching, but then also it brings up a question of like, why work in this way? Like what for you is maybe the reason why you like working in stop motion?
I think when you look at the image, there's something about the quality of the image, the tangible quality of the image, the fact that these are real objects with real fabric, that they really exist, and there's light on them. And I think that people know that even if they don't know the process of how it's actually doing, when they look at it, I think deep in everybody's DNA or in their memory, there is this childhood memory of playing with a doll or on a model train set or with trucks or cars or of manipulating something yourself. And so when you see these objects in these little sets, somehow you remember that. It comes back to, in a way, it's tangible in a way that watching a CG film or a 2D drawn film isn't. People don't have any, visceral connection to those mediums and stuff. But I think this, and the idea when you pull back and you see that really exists, that set's really built, that's something that's inherent in the look of stop motion.
So, let's do a little recap. So, Leica uses a variety of marketing strategies, from behind the scenes videos to showcasing their philanthropy, to craft their corporate brand and image, making their image seem on the borderline of gothic and wholesome family friendly. So, why do they do this? it's not really clear as to why Leica does this. You know, there are quotes from them saying that they do behind the scenes because of. So we did that behind the scenes trailer where you see all these things coming together, and then you finally see in the end of the trailer how it works in the film. Those two pieces, you see why I like a film, is unique. We explore different ideas that are a little unusual for an animation, and we did it in a way that's also unusual. Okay, so yeah, they're a little different. And I think that that is what makes them unique.